like at 22,000 is with me. Would you like 23,000? 23,000. At 23,000 now, right seated. Any advance at 23,000? Right seated is leading at 23,000 now. Any advance at 23,000 euro? Any advance at 23,000? Right seated is leading at 23,000 euro. Are you all done at 23,000? If you're all done, I'm selling at 23,000 euro. Left seated, right seated, last chance. Fair warning, sold at 23,000. Thank you. 138. Move on to lot 221 in temporary importation, Patek Philippe. Outstanding and precious haute joaillerie automatic wristwatch in white gold with calibrated baguette diamond bezel, pave diamond and sapphire set index dial. And we start with interest at 40,000. Any advance at 40,000 euro. Is with me at 40,000 euro, is against you all at 40,000. 45,000 and 50,000 back with me. Any advance at 50,000. At 50,000 is with me, ahead of you, Davide. Any advance at 50,000. At 50,000 is with my commission bidder. Any advance at 50,000. I can sell to my commission bidder at 50,000 euro. Any advance? 55,000. 55,000 front seated. At 55,000 euro now. Front seated against you all. Any advance at 55,000. Front seated is leading at 55,000 euro. Any advance at 55,000. If you are all done, I will sell at 55,000 euro. Front seated, last chance. Fair warning, sold at 55,000. Thank you very much. Grazie mille. 818. We move on to lot 222 in temporary importation, ROLEX as new condition and sought after Freccione Explorer 2 automatic wristwatch in steel reference 1655. And we start bidding here at with interest at 20,000. Any advance at 20,000, 21,000 and 22,000, 24,000. At 24,000 back seated against you all now at 24,000 euro. Any advance at 24,000. Back seated is leading at 24,000 euro now. Any advance at 24,000. À 24,000, à 24,000 euros au fond de la salle. Any advance at 24,000. Back seated is leading at 24,000. 25,000. 25,000. Any advance at 25,000. Left seated is leading at 25,000 euro. Any advance at 25,000. Would you like 26,000? As new condition, Freccione at 25,000 euro only. Any advance at 25,000. Are you all done at 25,000? I will sell 26,000, of course. 26,000 front seated. Any advance at 26,000. 27. 28. Front seated at 28,000. 29. 29,000 left seated. Any advance at 29,000 euro. If you are all done, I will sell at 29,000 euro. Left seated. Last chance front seated. Fair warning. Sold at 29,000. Thank you all. We move on to lot 223. In temporary importation. Chopard. Special and very attractive. Ladies bangle wristwatch in yellow gold with champagne dial, and we start with interest at 6,000 euro. Any advance at 6,000. At 6,000 is with me on a commission bid and is against you at 6,000. Sorry? 7,000. Et 8,000 pour moi, Carlotta. À 8,000 euros, c'est avec moi. Que fait-on à 8,000 euros? 9,000 et c'est 10,000 euros avec moi. À 10 000 euros, c'est avec moi contre vous, Carlotta. Que fait-on à 10 000 euros? At 10 000 euros, at 10,000, is with me, ahead of you, Carlotta, phone bidder. In advance at 10,000. At 10,000 now. In advance at 10,000. Are you all done at 10,000? If you're all done at 11,000, back seated at 11,000 now. Back seated, leading at 11,000 against you all now. In advance at 11,000. Are you all done at 11,000, Carlotta? Are you all done? I'm selling then. Back seated at 11,000 euro. La chance. Fair warning. Sold at 11,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Le paddle numéro. C'est quel numéro? 195. Merci beaucoup. Grazie mille. Thank you very much. We move on to lot 224. Rolex. Rare and well-preserved. Day-date automatic wristwatch in platinum. Diamond set bezel and agate dial with box, warranty, and service. Reference 18346. And we start with interest at 40,000. In advance at 40,000. At 40,000 is with me. 40,000, c'est avec moi. 40,000. In advance, 42,000. 44,000 back with me at 44,000. 46,000 and 50,000. At 50,000 is with me. 52,000 now, online against you all. Any advance at 52,000. Sorry, 55,000. Left seated at 55,000. At 58,000 now online. At 58,000 UAE. Any advance at 58,000. At 60,000 Qatar. At 60,000 Qatar online, 62,000 UAE. The battle is online at 64,000 now. Qatar at 64,000.
Agate.
In advance at 66,000 UAE. In advance at 66,000.
Okay.
UAE at 66,000 euro. In advance at 68,000 Qatar.
Well,
In advance at
a
68,000.
battle in the Middle East
Are you coming in, UAE?
for this date.
Are you all done?
There's,
70,000 UAE.
They can't wear gold. Platinum is okay though. So
70,000 UAE. Any advance at 70,000. Are you coming in? 72,000, 74,000 now. At 74,000 now UAE. Are you coming in, Qatar?
They're looking to win.
Any advance at 74,000, 76,000. The battle is online between Qatar and UAE. 78,000 UAE. 80,000 Qatar. Any advance, Qatar? Any advance, UAE? Qatar at 80,000. Ahead of you, UAE. Are you coming in, UAE?
Big
Are
rival,
you all done?
Qatar and
If you are all done,
UAE.
I will sell to my Qatar online bidder at 80,000 euro. Last chance, UAE. Fair warning.
He's trying to milk this thing.
Sold at 80,000. Thank you all. Thank you online bidder.
Another window licker. Another window licker.
We move on to lot 225. Cartier.
Interesting. Agate
Attractive and rare.
It is
Reverse wristwatch in yellow gold.
diamonds,
Two
probably.
independent movements with white
Wow.
and champagne dial. And we start with interest at 14,000 euro.
One
And
watch.
you advance at 14,000.
Cartier.
14,000,
15,000,
16,000 online.
15
A
to
16.000
30.
online, voli 17, 17,000 in the room, ahead of you online at 17,000. 18 Hong Kong. 19,000 right seated.
For sure, 30.
At 19,000, 20,000, 20,000. Would you like 21,000? 21,000.
Tomato cans are going
Would you like
crazy.
22,000?
Yeah.
22,000, 21,000 is right seated, Ryan. À 21 000 euros, c'est dans la salle.
Wow.
Would you like 22,000 online? A 22.000. 25.000. 25,000 right seated. On va par 3,000. 25,000. At 25,000 right seated. Any advance online?
Wow.
Any advance online at 25,000?
No, that's
On peut
it.
aller par 2,000, Ryan.
That's it.
On peut aller par 2,000. At 25,000.
So 30 grand for this Cartier.
Looking for 27,000 online.
Base.
Are you coming in?
No, that's it.
If you're all done. Sorry? I don't see. 26. 26,000 left seated. Would you like 27? Left seated is 26. Would you like 27? 27, 27, 27, 27,000. New bidder at 27,000. New bidder at 27,000 now. Would you like 28? Would you like 28? I'm selling. Front right seated at 27,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 27,000. Thank you all. Au 101.
So didn't make the high estimate. We got the
move on to
general
lot
agenda coming up
226.
a lot 235. So that'll be
Omega.
probably in
Precious and attractive. Deville.
precious and attractive.
Bracelet, wristwatch in yellow gold with brushed gold dial. And we start bidding here at 2,000 euro. Any advance at 2,000?
Omega.
At 2,500, 3,000, 3,000 euro. Back seated at 3,000 euro. Any advance at 3,000? Would you like 3,500? At 3,000 euro, front seated against you all now.
Bracelet looks exactly
3,500,
like the new
front seated.
Patek.
4,000.
Patek Ellipse.
A 4.000. 4,500, 4.500 contro di lei. 5.000.
3 to 6,000.
Alla mia destra 5,500.
Wow. Strong interest.
Più niente. A 5,500. Front seated at 5,500 now. If you're all done, I'm selling at 5,500 euro front seated. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 5,500. Thank you very much. 189. 189. We move on to lot 227 at no reserve. Omega, stylish and precious. Constellation, automatic wristwatch in yellow gold with quadripartite, tropical, red dial. And we start at 1,000 euro. Any advance at 1,000? 1,500.
Kind of interesting, no? It looks
2,000. 2,600 with Bernie online. 3,000 online Germany. Where? 3,500. 3,500 right seated, 3-6, 3-6, 4,000, front seated at 4,000, in advance at 4,000, 4-1, make it 4-5, on va faire par 500, Ryan, 4-5, 4,500,
rated bracelet.
4,500.
3
La
to
prochaine, c'est 5,000 online, Ryan, at 4-5.
Okay, wow. Now we get a big Cartier coming up next.
In advance at 4,500. In advance at 4,500. If you're all done,
Pricey though.
I will sell at 4,500. Front seated. Last chance online. Fair warning in the room. Sold at 4,500. Thank you all. 154. 154. Oui, 154. 154. We move on to lot 228 in temporary importation. Cartier, extremely rare and attractive, Grand Carré, coin arrondi wristwatch in yellow gold, nicely patinated silver Roman numbers dial with copy of Cartier archives file. And we start bidding here at 35,000 on a commission bid. Any advance at 35,000 euro. At 35,000 is with me against you all. Any advance at 35,000. 38,000 and 40,000 back with me at 40,000. Any advance at 40,000. Any advance at 40,000 euro. I can sell at 40,000 to my commission bidder. Any advance left seated at 40,000. Any other advance at 40,000? At 40,000, 42,000 with who? Online, Italy against you all now at 42,000. Who's that? 44,000. At 44,000, right seated now. At 44,000 euro ahead of you online. In advance at 44,000. At 44,000 ahead of you online. Right seated is leading at 44,000 euro. In advance at 44,000. Are you coming in online? If you are all done, I will sell at 44,000 euro. Right seated, 46. Would you like 48? At 46,000 now, Italy online, ahead of you right seated. Any advance at 46,000. Are you all done at 46,000? If you are all done, I will sell at 46,000 euro to my Italian online bidder. 47, I take 47. Next bid, 48,000 online. Looking for 48,000 online. 48. Would you like 49? Are you all done? At 48,000? I will sell them at 48,000 euro to my Italian online bidder. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 48,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all. 48,000 euros online. We move on to lot 229. Audemars Piguet, iconic and sought after. Royal Oak automatic wristwatch in steel with box warranty and booklets. And we start with interest at 26,000 euro. In advance at 26,000. 27,000 and 28,000 back with me. 29,000 at 29,000 back seated against you all now at 29,000. In advance at 29,000. Back seated is leading at 29,000 euro. In advance at 29,000. 30,000. Front seated at 30,000. Would you like 31,000? 31,000, of course, 31,000. Would you like 32,000 front seated? back-seated is leading at 31,000 euro. Any advance at 31,000? Are you all done at 31,000? Back-seated is leading at 31,000 euro against you all. Any advance in the room at 31,000 euro? Any advance online at 31,000 euro? If you're all done, I will sell at 31,000 euro. Back-seated, large chance.
Wow.
Fair warning.
40 to 60 was the estimate.
Sold at 31,000. Thank you very much. Numero 8. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Move on to lot number 230 in temporary importation. Rolex, rare and precious.
Nipple dial.
Submariner automatic wristwatch in yellow gold with black nipple dial, reference 16808. And we start bidding here at 16,000 with interest against you all. And the advance at 16,000.
Wow.
At 16,000 now
dial.
is with me against you all. 17,000 back standing and 18,000 back with me. And the advance at 18,000. And the advance at 18,000. Are you all done at 18,000? At 18,000 is with me against you all now at 18,000. And the advance at 18,000. At 18,000 is with me against you all. I can sell to my commission bidder at 18,000. And the advance back standing at 18,000. Are you all done at 18,000? At 18,000 is with me against you all.
So this is a 19.
And the advance at 18,000. Are you all done at 18,000? If you're all done, I will sell to my commission bidder at 18,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 18,000. Thank you, commission bidder.
All right, we
Thank
got crayon eaters, we got window lickers. Unbelievable.
Move on to lot number 231.
Wow, so that Rolex is about 20, 22 grand with fees, roughly.
Extremely well preserved
1,000.
and very rare.
Tomato cans, crayon eaters.
Cornucopia wristwatch in pink gold with oversized flared lugs.
The trio.
Guilloche dial.
The trio is here.
And we start bidding here with interest at 24,000 and 25, 26,000 and 27,000. 28,000. 28,000 backstanding at 28,000 euro now. 29,000. Online at 29,000.
25 to 50,000 is the
You
estimate.
like 30,000. USA.
Beautiful dollar.
29,000.
There's
30,000 back seated at 30,000.
These watches. That guy Ronnie.
In advance at 30,000.
The buckle is not original though.
In advance online at 30,000.
That's a problem.
Back seated is leading at 30,000 now. In advance at 30,000.
25 to 50,000 estimate. 30.
31,000 front seated.
So 1950s.
Would you like 32,000 back seated?
If you see it in the catalog, the dial is stunning. They got this beautiful like sunburst
31.5. Would you like 32?
shaped pattern,
32.
crazy pattern. They should redo this actually.
Would you like 32.5? Would you like 33? 33. At 33,000 is front seated against you all now. I will sell at 33,000 euro. Front seated. Last chance. 33.5. Would you like 34? 34,000. Done. I'm selling at 34,000 euro. Front seated. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 34,000. Thank you all. Thank you very much. 189.
Pocket watch next. That's a minute repeater. Perpetual calendar minute repeater. Circa 1925. 100 to 200,000 is the estimate. And this sold for 125,000
Move on to lot
Swiss.
232, Vacheron Constantin.
So that's like
Extremely rare
let's call it 180
and well preserved.
today.
Minute repeating.
Inflation.
Perpetual calendar. Split second.
Maybe even
Chronograph wristwatch. Chronograph pocket watch in yellow gold.
Oh, I forgot.
And we start with a lot of interest.
Okay.
At 100,000 euro.
Let's see how well these guys did.
At 100,000.
They paid
against you at 100,000.
the equivalent
110,000 and 120,000 back with me at 120,000
11 years ago.
In advance at 120, 130,000 online from Italy and 140,000 back with me. In advance at 150,000 online and 164,000 back with me.
It needs to sell for at least
to cover a commission
to make money on this. I mean,
and advance at 164,000.
We got the hoi polloi, we got the tomato cans, crayon eaters, window. We got a full box papers.
At 164,000.
Certificate of origin. And the outer box.
And you advance at 164,000.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And you advance online. Are you coming in? And you advance at 164,000. C'est par combien sur le live maintenant? Pardon? 5,000. At 164,000 is with me against you all now. And you advance at 164,000. If you are all done online, I will sell to my commission bidder at 164,000 euro. Last chance online.
Ooh.
Fair warning. Sold at 164,000. Thank you very much online, and thank you, commission bidder. And thank you in the room as well.
You'd basically be losing a little bit of money after all fees and everything taken into consideration.
We move on to lot 233, Breguet. Very attractive and well preserved. Classic tourbillon wristwatch in platinum and pink gold with guilloche dial.
Platinum.
Reference 3450.
It's kind of interesting, actually. If you see this in the catalog, this is a good-looking watch.
And we start with interest at 38,000 euro.
40
and you advance at 38,000.
Estimate.
At 38,000, 40,000 online. And you advance at 40,000. At 40,000 online. 42,000 back with me at 42,000. 44,000 online now. At 44,000 online. And you advance at 44,000 euro. USA is leading at 44,000 now. And you advance at 44,000. And you advance online at 44,000. Are you all done at 44,000 euro? If you're all done, I will sell to my USA online bidder at 44,000 euro.
That's probably the Red Baron.
Last chance.
Probably the Red Baron bidding on this. He's a big Breguet guy.
Fair warning.
You got
sold at 44,000. Thank you very much.
Sold online and commission one button and you become a Baron. Wow, that the
move on to lot 234.
Not cheap. It's not
Eberhard. Nice and attractive.
Interesting. We're
Tazio Nuvolari. Split second chronograph wristwatch in steel.
What is this garbage?
Black dial with papers. And we start at 2,000 euro. And you advance at 2,000.
It's a tomato can watch.
At 2,000 now. And you advance at 2,200 with Andrea. And you advance at 2,200 euro. At 2,200 euro with Andrea against you. And you advance at 2,200 euro.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're seeing these vintage Eberhards.
2,200 euro.
They do have
left seated against you all now.
Decent history.
And you advance at 2,200. Are you all done at 2,200? If you're all done, I'm selling at 2,200 euro.
But why buy a chronograph if it's not?
Last chance.
I mean, really. Okay, here comes the Genta. This is going to be interesting.
Sold at 2,200.
I'm going to see what happens with Gerald Genta.
800.
Here we go. Here we go. This is going to be interesting.
We move on.
Wow, what a
to lot 235.
10 to 20 is the
Genta. Precious and attractive. Success automatic chronograph wristwatch in yellow gold, carbon fiber dial.
That's the name of the watch?
Box
what they called it?
And warranty.
Oh,
and we start bidding here at 8,500.
It's a carbon fiber.
In advance at 8,500.
Crazy for, you know, when this was
at
made.
8,500 now. In advance at 8,500.
Early 90s.
At 9,000. At 9,000 euros.
This is historical.
In advance at 9,000.
I think a very important watch.
9.5. At 9.5. Can you make 10.5? 10.5. 10.5 is with you. At 10,500 back seated now. Thank you very much. At 10.5. In advance at 10.5.
Wow.
Back seated is leading at 10,500 now. Are you all done at 10,500?
I don't know. This watch is worth
all done.
Penny.
I will sell.
Wow.
At 10,500. Back seated.
Historically, this is
last chance.
You know.
Fair warning. Sold at 10,500. Thank you very much.
That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. So let's call it 14 grand all in with fees. Yeah, this is going to have, this is a good speculative buy.
236.
Good speculative buy.
Patek Philippe. Very attractive and iconic. Perpetual calendar. Moon phases. Automatic chronograph wristwatch.
132.60. Yes.
With box papers and solid case back. Reference 5270/1R.
So it's
manual, not automatic.
Yes, this is a
model watch. Here
2021.
Interest at 110,000 euro.
Yeah.
In advance at 110,000.
I'm not a fan of this.
115,000 and 120,000 back with me at 120,000.
You can see where it attaches.
At 120,000 is with me against you all now. At 120,000 euro.
Little annoying.
In advance at 120,000. At 120,000 is with me against you all. And you advance at 120,000 euros. I can sell to my commission bidder at 120,000. Are you all done at 120,000?
Wow. Okay.
If you're all done,
this is a
I will sell
Patek Philippe watch.
My commission bidder at 120,000 euro.
Chronograph perpetual calendar.
Last chance.
Wow.
Fair warning.
Below estimate. Okay.
Sold at 120,000.
So about 150 all in.
We move on.
140.
To lot 237.
I guess they were a little bit
Movado. Elegant and valuable.
Oh.
Fully plumb curved. Oversized wristwatch in white gold.
Wow, I
coming from the collection of Armand.
80s when I was like 13, 14.
And we start bidding here at
12, whatever.
7,000.
Yeah, the famous Movado.
In advance at 7,000 euros.
Museum watch. That was like
at 7,000 in interest against you all. In advance at 7,000. 8,000. Front seat 9,000. Left seated, aisle seated at 9,000. 10,000. 11,000. At 11,000. 12,000. Contro di lei a 12.000. Right seated is leading at 12,000 euro. If you are all done, I will sell at 12,000 euro. Right seated. Last chance. 13,000. At 13,000 now. 14,000.
This is from the.
All done at 14,000.
This was owned by Armand.
All done. I will sell.
Great
at
stuff.
14,000 euro. Right seated. Last chance.
That means that he wasn't. Yeah. But this is what?
Fair warning.
1930s Deco watch.
Sold at 14,000. Thank you very much. Grazie mille.
14,000. Okay, so.
Che paddle è? Scusi. Il numero del paddle. Il paddle number.
It's good asking 3 languages.
Grazie mille. 175. We move on to lot 238. Omega. Extremely well preserved and collectible. Chronomet wristwatch in pink gold with pink two-tone sector dial. And we start with interest on the commission bid at 5,000. In advance at 5,000 euro. at 5,000 now. 5,500 online. 6,000. Backstanding at 6,000 euro now.
Looks like a
In
modern
advance at 6,000.
Patek. This
Backstanding is leading at
this
6,000 euro.
dial with the
In advance at
modern
6,000.
numbers.
In advance at 6,000 euro.
It's a 1950s watch. You know, it looks actually
If you're all done, I
pretty
will
good.
sell.
Blue
Now
second.
is left seated at 6,000 euro. Last chance.
6 to 12 is the estimate.
Fair warning. Sold at 6,000. Thank you very much.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a good deal for a vintage
15.
Omega? I mean, for
Move on to lot 239.
oh, here we go. This is interesting. Rolex.
ROLEX. Attractive and rare.
Rolex.
Bark finish.
Oh,
Date automatic
like
wristwatch.
Colonel.
Yellow gold.
dark finish.
Diamond and ruby set dial with warranty. And we start with interest at 13,000 euro. In advance at 13,000. 13,000, 14,000, 15,000.
15 to 30 is the estimate.
16,000.
You know who likes this is that guy Uzi.
16,000 front seated. In advance at 16,000.
It's a
Front
factory
seated is
dial.
leading at 16,000 euro now.
Diamond.
In advance at 16,000.
Well, 15 to 30 is the estimate, right? So
Front seated is leading at 16,000
how much,
against your
how much is that
In
dial?
advance at 16,000.
How
Are
much?
you all done at 16,000 euro? In advance at 16,000. 17,000. A 17.000 contro di lei. Nessun rimpianto? A 17.000 euro con la garanzia? And advance at 17,000. If you are all done,
Wow. Okay.
I'm selling at 17,000 euro.
It's a little light.
Far right seated. Last chance.
That's like 25 grand or
Fair warning.
all in.
Sold at 17,000. Thank you very much. Thank you
22,000.
all.
That's actually, it's not a bad deal. This
Conti,
box,
138.
no, papers came with papers. I don't know about the box and a hang tag too.
We move on.
Maybe the bark finish turns some,
Telephone.
but the watch is like mint condition. If you look at it, it's very crispy.
Move on to lot 240.
1989
Rolex.
Rolex. The Comex.
Very important.
Very important.
And rare. Sea Dweller. Automatic diver's wristwatch.
Molto
In steel.
importante. Oh, full set.
Made for Comex.
Full set.
Box.
Papers, everything.
Certificate.
Everything.
Attestation of the original owner.
All sorts of Comex.
Copy of Comex. Original papers.
Okay.
Compression tables. And original Comex medal.
Wow.
Reference
Even
16.
one of those tanks, the oxygen tanks.
600.
And one of those diving
And we
masks.
start
60 to
with a lot
120
of interest.
estimate.
All the way up to 90,000 euro.
Ooh.
Any advance at 90,000 euro. I can sell to my commission bidder 100,000 with Davide and 110,000 back with me at 110,000. Any advance, Davide, at 110,000 euro. At 110,000 is with me against you all. 115,000 with Davide from bidder. Any advance at 115,000. At 115,000. 120,000 you bidder at 120,000.
I mean, this has got the full story.
125,000 back with me at 125,000.
Comex story. You
Any
want
advance at 125,000.
the diving paraphernalia by the owner, so it was
130,000 with Annabelle new bidder and 140,000 back with me.
at the bottom.
Any advance at 140,000 euro. 145
Crazy.
left seated at 145,000 and 150,000
We're above
back with me.
high estimate now.
160,000.
Ooh.
170,000 back with me against you all now. Any advance at 170,000 euro.
200 grand with fees.
Any advance at 170,000.
Would you pay 200 grand for this? I don't know.
Are you all done at 170,000?
I'm not a Submariner guy. Black Submariner.
Any advance at 170,000. Take your time. Any advance at 170,000 euro. Are you all done at 170,000? At 170,000 is with me against you all now. and you advance at 170,000 euro.
Very strong price. And just goes to show you the power of Rolex, the power of these, the hype of the.
Are you all done in the room at 170,000?
Comex. I don't get it.
Are you all done online at 170,000? I will sell them to my commission bidder at 170,000 euro.
Oh, somebody's in.
175,000.
Okay.
And 180,000 back with me.
Okay.
And you advance at 180,000. Take your time. Are you all done?
180,000. This is gonna be 200 grand for basically a model.
And you advance in the room at 180,000.
Mariner. Crazy. Just for the Comex story. I don't know.
I will sell them
Big premium
at 180,000 euro to my commission bidder. Last chance. Fair warning.
I don't think he's going to get more than this.
Sold at 180,000.
Wow, look at
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
this. Wow, look at this.
At 180,000 euro.
Bananas. Oh, going crazy. The windows are getting licked. The windows are getting licked.
We move on
Windows
to
are getting licked.
Rolex, fresh to the market
Fresh.
and well preserved. Daytona chronograph wristwatch in steel with white and black Paul Newman Panda dial.
Interesting. Now, if you go back to back with two hot watches, you're going to have momentum. So
we start with interest at 120,000 euro.
Okay.
And you advance at 120,000.
130 to 260.
125,000 and 130,000 back with me. And 135,000, 140,000 back with me. And you advance at 140,000 euro. Is with 145,000 now, front seated against you all. And you advance at 145,000. And you advance, Annabelle, at 145,000. Are you all done at 145,000? Front seated is leading at 145,000 now. And you advance at 145,000. 150,000 USA ahead of you, front seated. And you advance at 150,000. USA is leading at 150,000 now. 155,000 front seated. Thank you very much. At 160,000 online. Are you all done at 160,000? USA is leading at 160,000 now.
USA.
À 160,000 online, à 160,000, c'est sur le live. And you advance at 160,000. And you advance in the room at 160,000. Are you all done at 160,000?
Nah, you can get deals. The watch auctions tend to be a little pricey these days. So almost
if you're all done.
But look, sometimes if it's a
I'm
rare piece, you can't get anywhere else.
To my USA,
they
online bidder.
The dealers don't know how to do
at 160,000 euro
auction. Like this is a good auction watch, basically.
Last chance front seated. Fair warning. 161,000. 161,000. Next bid will be 162,000. 162. 162. Would you like 163?
Next up, we'll get a Cartier clock.
I cannot take lower. Huh? 163. 164. Would you like 165? $65. Thank you very much. 165. 66 USA.
It's taking a long time. Such a long time for a basic watch. Why can't they just, get the...
Would you like 167?
Oh, my God. This guy's dragging it out here. It's moving very...
Would you like 167? At 166,000 USA, ahead of you, back seated. And you advance at 166,000 euro.
bidder is very slow. Very
Are
slow.
you all done? At 166,000? If you are all done, I will sell at 166,000 to my USA online bidder. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 166,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, USA.
Thank you, USA.
Telephones. Cartier. Fascinating and rare.
Fascinating.
Art Deco Pendule de Nuit in brush finishes, enamel black and red cabochons with internal light.
Tomato can watch. Oh, internal light. That's cool.
And we start with interest at 15,000 euro. Any advance at 15,000. At 15,000 now is with me against you all. And 16,000 and 17,000 back with me.
So it lights up.
Any advance at 17,000 euro.
Plus 1940.
At 17,000 is with me against you all now. Any advance at 17. I already have 18,000 with me. Would you like 19,000? 19,000 with Andrea on the phone at 19,000 now. In advance at 19,000. Andrea von Bieder is leading at 19,000 euro now. In advance at 19,000. At 19,000 now, Andrea von Bieder is leading against you all. In advance at 19,000. If you're all done at 19,000 euro, I will sell to Andrea von Bieder at 19,000 euro.
I mean, it's
Last chance.
a little pricey though for
Fair warning.
electric clock plug in.
Sold at 19,000.
Yeah,
Thank you all. Thank you, Andrea.
Okay, we got a Rolex, a Queen Midas coming up. You know, like Queen Midas. This is the Queen Midas. This is like the guy OC.
Move on to lot 243.
The Tim Wright.
Temporary importation.
The Queen Midas.
Rolex.
That should be his
rare and highly special Cellini Queen Midas wristwatch in yellow gold, black and diamond set dial, and diamond set bezel and bracelet. And we start with interest at 12,000 euro. Any advance at 12,000. At 12,000 now is with 14,000.
It's a manual wind. Okay.
At 14,000 is with me, ahead of you front seated.
Looks to be in very good condition.
Any advance at 14,000.
Very crisp. You know what? Actually, this is
14,000 euro.
Oh, woman, this
is with me on a commission bid.
Under 20 grand.
Any advance at 14,000.
It's kind of cool. This one is more interesting than the King.
Would you like 15?
It's more like symmetrical.
At 14,000 is with me against you all. I can sell to my commission bidder at 14,000 euro. Any advance at 14,000. If you are all done, I will sell to my commission bidder at 14,000 euro.
Not bad.
Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 14,000. Thank you very much. Thank you, front seated.
That's a good buy. I mean, again, it's really it's a woman's watch, but that's like a cool.
Move on to lot 244
with the diamonds.
Temporary importation.
Vaguely.
Very precious and rare. Ladies bracelet, 1960 watch in white gold. Baguette diamond set case and bracelet with Blancpain service and certificate. And we start with interest at 16,000 euro. In advance at 16,000. At 16,000, 17 and 18 back with me. 19,000 back seated at 19,000 euro. In advance at 19,000. Back seated is 20,000. 20,000. Would you like 21,000? 22,000. Would you like 24,000? 24,000. Would you like 26,000? 26,000. Would you like 28,000? At 26,000 right seated. Would you like 28,000, left seated.
Strong.
30,000. Thank you very much. At 30,000. Would you like?
18 to 36 is the estimate.
And you advance at 30,000.
Blancpain. Blancpain. Full set. Not that it means anything. Well, actually, no, it's
31,000.
like archive papers.
At 31,000 now. And you advance at 31,000.
It's kind of interesting that this is that.
A 31,000 contro di lei.
This would get such a strong interest. I mean, I get it's diamonds, but you know.
Take your time. I'm having some lemon juice.
It's
right seated is leaning at 31,000, ahead of you left seated, and you advance at 31,000. 32,000. Would you like? And you advance at 32,000. Left seated is leading at 32,000, a 32,000 contro di lei.
Hmm.
33,000, a 33,000 contro di lei. And you advance at 33,000. 35, thank you very much, at 35,000. Would you like 37?
Wow.
Left seated is leading at 35,000 euro. Any advance? Are you all done at 35,000? If you are all done at 35,000 euro, I will sell left seated
watch
at 35,000 euro. Last chance right seated.
It's gonna be like 40 grand
Fair warning.
with fees. I don't know. It's a lot of money.
Sold at 35,000. Thank you very much.
Wow.
At 35,000 euros.
Interesting. Why would this watch sell at such a high price?
Move on to lot 245.
A very
Temporary importation. Patek Philippe. Rare and sought after. Nautilus automatic wristwatch in pink gold.
Now
With box, travel box, papers, and additional links. And we start with interest at 75,000 euro.
make sure you
And you advance at 75,000.
oil tomato
80,000, 85,000,
window liquors.
95,000 backstanding. Backstanding at 95,000. 100,000 UAE. 100,000 online. And you advance at 100,000. UAE is leading now at 100,000 euro. And you advance at 100,000.
75 grand retail, I think, for this.
And you advance at 100,000 euro. UAE is leading now at 100,000. If you're all done, I will sell to my UAE online bidder at 100,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning.
It's about 125.
Sold at 100,000. Thank you all, and thank you, UAE.
Okay. Here we go.
We move on to lot 246. Precious and beautiful. GMT Master automatic wristwatch in white gold. Red and blue bezel with box
Gold.
and original certificate. And we start with interest at 22,000 euro. And you advance at 22,000.
Of course.
At 22,000 now.
Modern watch.
In advance at 22,000. 23,000. 25,000. At 25,000 euro now. At 25,000 is with me against you all. In advance at 25,000. At 25,000 is with me against you all. In advance at 25,000 euro.
Pepsi. Pepsi.
In advance at 25,000. If you're all done, I will sell to my commission bidder at 25,000 euro.
Gold Pepsi. So 30 grand.
Last chance.
Steel, there were what, 18 recently, 20?
Fair warning.
Yeah. There we go.
Sold at 25,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
So roughly 30 grand with fees for white gold.
Move on to lot 247 in temporary importation, limited edition, and glamorous Emipod dual time automatic chronograph wristwatch
Icopod.
in pink gold with box and papers. And we start with interest at 4,000 euro. In advance at 4,000. At 4,000 now. In advance at 4,000. 4,2. 4,5. At 4,5 back with me at 4,5. In advance at 4,5. On va par 500, Ryan. Par 500. 4,7. 5,000 back with me. On va par 500. At 5,000 avec moi, Ryan. At 5,000. In advance at 5,000. 5,5. 6,000. At 6,000, c'est avec moi, Ryan. At 6,000, please follow. 6,5. Hong Kong now. Online, Hong Kong against you all. At 6,500. In advance at 6,500. Hong Kong is leading at 7,000. Italy now. Online at 7,000.
Americans are
is online at 7,000 euros.
Ecopod,
in advance at 7,000. Are you all done at 7,000? Are you coming in online? In advance at 7,000? 7,5 with Cosimo on the phone. Cosimo is leading at 7,500 euro. In advance at 7,500. Are you coming in online? In advance at 7,500.
Yeah, these hands look a little bit like, well, actually, they're
all done. I will sell at 7,500
FP Journe.
to Cosimo on the phone. Last chance online. 8,000.
Mark Newsom designs. Oh,
8,000 online now.
Gold.
In advance at 8,000.
Really well done. If you look at the
8,500 with Cosimo on the phone.
It's a very organic shape. I mean, it's actually
in advance
kind of a cool watch.
At 8,500. Cosimo phone bidder is leading at 8,500. In advance at 8,500.
So that's the highest.
Coming in online.
4 to 8.
You're all done. I will sell to Cosimo phone bidder at 8,500 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. 9,000. Would you like 9,500?
Wow.
In advance at 9,000, Cosimo. 9,500 with Cosimo phone bidder. In advance online at 9,500. Cosimo phone bidder is leading at 9,500 euro. Any advance at 9,500. Are you all done? Online? If you're all done, I will sell to Cosimo phone bidder at 9,500 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 9,500. Thank you all, and thank you, Cosimo phone bidder.
Okay, finally, we can move along. All right. Thank you.
Lot 248, Patek Philippe, extremely rare and attractive, perpetual calendar chronograph wristwatch in yellow gold with certificate of origin and extract from the archives. Reference 3971E. And we start with interest at 100,000 euro. In advance at 100,000.
110.
With me,
20.
commission bid at 100,000 euro. In advance at 100,000. I can sell to my commission bidder at 100,000.
1990 watch. The font
1.5
on the
and
date
110.
is kind of funky. I'm not a fan of that.
115 front seated at 115,000 front seated against you all now at 115,000. Any advance at 115,000. Front seated is leading at 115,000 euro. Any advance at 115,000. Are you all done at 115,000? If you're all done, I will sell front seated at 115,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 115,000.
Okay.
Thank you very much. 189.
Low end of the range. Okay, here's interesting.
249.
Reggae.
In temporary importation.
1950.
Reggae.
51.
Early and very rare. Classic wristwatch in yellow gold. Two-tone Roman guilloche dial with Breguet email certification.
Oh, wow. This is the Julian Levy guy.
We start with interest at 36,000 euro. Any advance at 36,000.
Okay.
He's with me on a commission bid and is against you all at 36,000 euro. Any advance at 36,000. At 36,000, he's with me against you all. 37,000 back standing and 38,000 back with me against you all. Any advance at 38,000. In advance at 38,000.
This was owned by Julian Levy in 1950.
All done.
Bought it. Famous
At 38,000.
dealer.
If you're all done, I will sell to my commission bidder at 38,000 euro. Last chance.
Kind of interesting watch. Historically, could be historically important.
Fair warning.
It's kind of modern looking, you know? Modern looking, but
Sold at 38,000.
oh.
535. We move on to lot 250. Rolex, iconic and well preserved. Day date, automatic wristwatch in yellow gold, green lacquered Stella diamond set dial,
1,000,
full set,
45 grand.
reference 18238. And we start with interest at 26,000. And advance at 26,000. At 26,000 now is with me against you all. 27,000 and 28,000. 30,000. I'll sit it at 30,000 now. And the advance left seated. I'll sit it is leading at 30,000 euro now. And the advance at 30,000.
Stella dial, dark green.
I'll seated is leading at 30,000 euro. 32,000 front seated. Would you like 34?
Okay.
34. $36,000. Thank you very much.
So 30 to 60,000 is the estimate. All right. We got what is it? Is it full set? No, it's
Would you like 38? I'll sit
yeah, full set, complete set.
back. I'll sit
Good condition. Maybe it had a light polish.
at 36,000 now. Would you like 38?
Yeah, people are crazy.
38,000.
Stella dials.
37. I take 37. Would you like 38? Are you all done at 37? I'll seated is leading at 37,000 euro now. If you're all done, I will sell at 37,000 euro. Back, I'll seated. Last chance. And fair warning. Sold at 37,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Yeah, Yuri, actually, commission auction premium is
Move on to lot 251.
generally 25%. I mean, with watches and jewelry, sometimes it's less.
Rolex, rare and catch.
Usually
Day date,
25%
automatic wristwatch in
higher.
yellow gold.
And the sum
Diamond
is
set, blue degradé, vignette dial
depending on-
with warranty. And we start bidding here at 13,000. Any advance at 13,000. at 30,000.
Okay.
He's with me, 14,000.
Vignette
14,000 front seated. Any advance at 14,000 euro.
certificate.
At 14,000
Good.
front seated against you all. Any advance at 14,000.
Blue.
Front seated is leading at 14,000 euro.
German
Any
date.
advance at 14,000. 15,000. Would you like 16? 500. 15,500.
Looks really good in the blue. This blue, the gold.
Would you like 16?
Gold with this blue.
A 15.5 front seated. Would you like 16?
These usually go for about like 9. I've seen these like 19 grand, roughly 18 grand.
A 15.500 contro di lei. Che facciamo? A 15.500. Are you all done at 15.5? I will sell then at 15,500. Front seated. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 15,500. Thank you very much. Telefono? Lot 252 in temporary importation. Impressive and collectible. Classic, Grande Complication. Equation of time, automatic wristwatch in platinum with box and papers.
I don't understand this equation of time.
And we start with interest at 30 and 32,000 euro. In advance at 32,000.
30 to 60.
35,000 with Davide. In advance at 35,000 euro. At 35,000 is with Davide. 37,000 with Carlotta. Any advance at 37,000. 40,000. 40,000 with Davide. Any advance at 40,000 euro, Carlotta. Davide von Bieder is leading ahead of you, Carlotta. 42,000, of course, at 42,000 euro. Carlotta von Bieder is leading at 42,000 euro now. Any advance at 42,000. Are you all done at 42,000? Carlotta von Bieder is leading at 42,000 euro. Any advance at 42,000. Any advance in the room at 42,000. Are you all done at 42,000? I will sell then at 42,000 euro to Carlotta von Bieder. Last chance. And fair warning. Sold at 42,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Okay. Okay. Is this the last lot? I think so, yeah. There we go. We got the Andy Warhol Piaget. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. No, we got a few more lots. Sorry.
We move on to lot 253, Piaget, number 1 of a limited edition of 6 pieces.
Ooh, okay. Piaget.
Extremely attractive. Black tie, Andy Warhol, cushion-shaped, automatic wristwatch in platinum, onyx baguette, index dial, full set.
Kind of a stunning watch.
And we're starting
the baguette.
A lot of interest all the way up to 70,000 euros. Any advance at 70,000.
60 to 120.
75,000. And 80,000 back with me at 80,000. 85,000 with Annabelle von Bieder. Any advance at 85,000 euro.
Wow, okay.
90,000 with Carlotta von Bieder. Any advance, Annabelle? At 90,000 euro.
Strong.
95,000. Annabelle is leading now at 95,000. 100,000 with Carlotta. Any advance at 100,000. Carlotta von Bieder is leading at 100,000 euro. Any advance, Annabelle? Are you all done at 100,000? Carlotta von Bieder is leading at 100,000 euro. Take your time, Annabella. Are you all done at 100,000? If you're all done, I will sell to Carlotta von Bieder at 100,000 euro Last chance.
I wonder what was the retail price on these when these came out. Again, it's
Fair warning, Annabelle.
6. They also had one in meteor.
Sold at 100,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
That's impressive. Piaget, 100 grand for Piaget. Modern Piaget.
We move on to lot 254.
White gold plaque.
Audemars Piguet.
Okay.
Impressive and precious. Code 1159. Flying tourbillon. Automatic wristwatch in pink gold. Aventurine dial with box and papers. And we start bidding here at 55,000. Any advance at 55,000 euros. At 55,000 is with me against you all.
70 to 1.
Any advance at 55,000 euros. 55,000 is with me against you all. At 55,000 euro. At 55,000 euros. In advance at 55,000.
It's probably AP.
Are you all done at 55,000 euro?
55,000.
Last chance.
Yeah, no interest.
Fair warning. Pass at 55,000. We move on to lot 255.
Ooh.
Audemars Piguet. Highly impressive.
Pass.
Sought after. An untouched. Royal oak.
Ceramic.
Perpetual calendar. Moon phases. Lip and weak ear indication. Open worked automatic wristwatch in black ceramic with box and papers. And we're starting with interest at 140,000 euros. I can sell to my commission bidder at 140,000, 150,000 online, and 160,000 back with me, 170,000, 180,000 already online. At 180,000 online against you all now. UAE is leading at 180,000 euro, 190,000 USA. Any advance at 190,000. At 190,000 USA, 200,000. Front seated at 200,000 now. Front seated is leading at 200,000. Any advance online at 200,000.
160 to 320 is the estimate on the ceramic.
Are you coming in online?
Perpetual.
Any advance at 200,000. Left front seated is leading at 200,000 against you all.
Next up, we got a meteorite.
Any advance at 200,000 euro. Any advance online at 200,000. Are you coming in? Are you all done at 200,000? If you're all done at 200,000, I will sell. Be careful the hand, sorry. At 200,000. La mano. At 200,000. Otherwise, it's 210. At 200,000 euro, left seated, I'm selling 205,000. 210,000. Left seated is leading at 210,000. Any advance, right standing. 15,000. At 215,000, right standing, ahead of you, left seated. Any advance at 215,000. Are you all done at 215,000? If there is no regret, I will sell at 215,000. Right standing, last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 115,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Whatever. Okay, this is interesting. So we got a meteorite dial, day date, full set,
256, Rolex in new old stock conditions.
and it's got the sticker on the back.
And very attractive day date automatic wristwatch in yellow gold.
The meteorite.
Meteorite dial with warranty, reference 18238. And we start with interest at 18,000 euro. Any advance at 18,000.
20 to 40 is
At
the
18,000 now is with me against you all. 19, 20. At 20,000 is with me.
Hmm.
À 20 000, Ryan. At 20,000 is with me. 21 and 22,000. À 22 000 avec moi, Ryan. At 22,000.
At retail, this is like 30, 40, 35, 40 grand now.
Would you like 23,000? At 22,000 is with me against you all. Any advance at 22,000 euro.
22 grand, this would be a good deal. 20 euros, of course.
No regret at 22,000.
Plus fees, 30 grand.
If you are all done,
28.
Uh, 22,000 is with me. 23,000 with Davide von Bieder.
I gotta say,
Any advance at 23,000.
On this watch looks.
Davide von Bieder is leading at 23,000 euro now.
And the diamonds.
Any advance at 23,000.
They get this kind of yellow gold.
Are you all done at 23,000?
Behind them, wow.
If you're all done,
Beautiful.
I will sell at 23,000 euro to Davide von Bieder. La chance. Fair warning. Sold at 23,000. Thank you all. Thank you very much. And thank you, Wissam.
So about 30 grand for that. It's a big, big premium for
Move
that.
on to lot 257.
New old stock Daytona.
Rolex.
With a
New old stock conditions. And sought after. Daytona automatic chronograph wristwatch in steel with box, warranty, and tag.
Crazy.
And we start with interest at 36,000 euro.
Unbelievable.
Is with me at 36,000 on commission bid.
This is like a tomato can watch. Tomato can.
7,000 and 38,000 back with me. At 38,000. 40,000. Back seated at 40,000. Already covered at 39. It's 40,000. 40,000 back seated. Any advance at 40,000. Back seated is leading now at 40,000 euro. Any advance at 40,000. At 40,000 euro, back seated is leading against you all. Any advance at 40,000. Are you all done at 40,000? I'm selling then. Right back seated at 40,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 40,000. Grazie mille, and thank you, Commission Bidder. C'est quoi, 259?
40,000. It's a real tomato can.
We move on to lot number 258.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Van Cleef & Arpels. Attractive and oversized. Contient perpetuel. Automatic wristwatch in yellow gold with wide dial. And we start with a lot of interest at 10, 11, and 12,000 euro. In advance at 12,000.
10 to 20.
12,000 now, 13,000 online, and 14,000 back with me at 14,000. In advance at 14,000, and 15,000 online against you all now at 15,000 euro. In advance at 15,000. Online is leading now at 15,000 euro. In advance at 15,000. 16,000 back seated at 16,000. In advance online at 17,000 online. Would you like 18,000? USA is leading at 17,000 euro now. Any advance at 17,000. Are you all done back seated? If you're all done, I will sell at 17,000 euro to my USA online bidder. La chance. And fair warning. Sold at 17,000. Thank you all. Thank you online. Move on to lot 259 in temporary importation. Rolex, very well preserved and impressive. Date, automatic wristwatch in platinum, XL diamond dial, diamond set bezel and bracelet with warranty. And we start with interest at 60,000 euro. Any advance at 60,000. 60,000 now is with me on a commission bid. Any advance at 60,000 euro. At 60,000, is with me against you all. I can sell to my commission bidder at 60,000 euro. In advance at 60,000. At 60,000 is with me against you all. In advance at 60,000. 62,000 back standing and 64,000 back with me at 64,000. In advance at 64,000. 66,000 and 68,000. 70,000 at 70,000 euro. Could you make 71,000? At 70,000, front seated against you all. And advance at 70,000. At 70,000 euro. Front seated is leading at 70,000 euro now. And advance at 70,000. Are you all done at 70,000? I'm selling then. Front seated at 70,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 70,000. Thank you very much. 189. Lot 260. Piaget. Extremely attractive. Ladies bracelet wristwatch in yellow gold with rubies and diamond set bracelet and bezel. And we start bidding here at 16,000 on a commission bid. Any advance at 16,000. A 16.000 euro su ordine d'acquisto a 16.000 euros sur ordre. Any advance at 16,000. At 16,000 now is with me on a commission bid. Any advance at 16,000. If you are all done, I will sell to my commission bidder at 16,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 16,000. Thank you, commission bidder. Deux cinq. 261. Audemars Piguet. Iconic and sought after. Royal Oak automatic chronograph wristwatch in yellow gold with box, extract from the archives, and service. And we start bidding here at 26,000 euro. In advance at 26,000. Is with me on a commission bid at 26,000. 27,000 and 28,000 back with me at 28,000 euro. In advance at 28,000. 30,000 at 30,000 euro. Front seated at 30,000 euro now. In advance at 30,000. At 30,000 euro. Front seated against you all. In advance at 30,000. Would you like 32,000? Where? 32,000. 32,000 right seated at 32,000. Would you like 33,000? Right seated is leading at 32,000 euro now. And advance at 32,000. If you are all done at 32,000 euro, I will sell right seated at 32,000.
Okay.
Last chance. Fair warning, 34,000. 33,000. 33. A 33.000 contro di lei. At 33,000 left seated. Would you like 34,000? At 33, left seated, ahead of you right seated. Any advance at 33,000. Are you all done? I'm selling at 33,000 euro, left seated, last chance. Fair warning, sold at 33,000. Thank you very much. Paddle, Sovensis, 126. We move on to lot 262. Audemars Piguet, highly historical and well preserved Royal Oak automatic wristwatch in steel with tapisserie dial. And we start at 35,000 euro. And advance at 35,000. At 35,000 euro is with me against you all now. In advance, Christophe at 35,000. Ryan, in advance at 35,000. at 35,000. Any advance online at 35,000? At 35,000 is with me against you all now.
40 to 80 is the
In advance at 35,000. At 35,000 is with me against you all. Sull'8 262. Dov'è? Un commission bid? 36,000. We have a commission bid at 36,000 euro. In advance at 36,000. A 36.000 euro sur ordine, a 36.000 euro su ordine d'acquisto. In advance at 36,000. At 36,000 is with me on a commission bid. And I can sell to my commission bidder at 36,000 euro. In advance at 36,000. Are you all done at 36,000 euro? I will sell at 36,000 euro to my commission bidder. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 36,000. Thank you very much. 528. We move on to lot 263 in temporary importation. Guen, incredible, well-preserved, and collectible Art Deco precision wristwatch in white and yellow gold, highlighted with engraved sides and bracelet. And we start here at 5,000 euro. In advance at 5,000. At 5,000 now. In advance at 5,000. 5,500, 6,000. At 6,000. 6,000 is with me at 6,000 euro. In advance at 6,000. At 6,000 now. In advance at 6,000 euro. 6,500 front seated. At 6,500 front seated against you all now. In advance at 6,500. Front seated is leading at 6,500 euro. 7. Right seated at 7. 7,500. 8. 8,500. 9. 9,500. And 9,500 front seated, ahead of you back seated. Any advance on 9,500 euro.
Oh wow, this was
like 10,000.
guy. On the back it's engraved for this guy Everett Brown, that's the owner. It was a gift from the members of a livestock exchange.
Are you all done at 10,000?
Predecessor to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Wow.
If you're all done, I'm selling.
That was probably trading live
10,000 euro.
Pork belly.
Last chance.
19.
Fair warning. Sold at 10,000. Thank you all. 227.
Art Deco. It is actually, no, it's an Art Deco watch.
We move on to lot 264.
White gold.
Audemars Piguet, limited edition to 300 pieces. And sought after, Royal Oak City of Sales chronograph wristwatch in titanium, blue and yellow dial with extract from the archives. And we start bidding here at 26,000 on a commission bid. Any advance at 26,000 euros.
I gotta say that Gruen
is with me against you all at 26,000 euros.
1930s Deco white gold.
27 and 28,000.
Gruen was,
at 28,000.
I mean, it's 10 grand.
Any advance at 28,000.
Bad deal. I mean, if you're a collector, really collector, it's not a
29,000.
You're not
29,500. Would you like 30,000?
And historically, it's interesting. I mean, I think that Gruen is a lot more interesting.
30,000 with Filippo on the phone.
Here.
Any advance at 30,000.
Chronograph.
Filippo on the phone is leading now at 30,000 euro. Any advance at 30,000. At 30,000 now is Filippo on the phone against you all. Any advance at 30,000 euro. 31,000. Would you like 32,000?
Yes, what is this here? Okay. I don't know. I don't really care for this.
Aisle seated is leading at 31,000.
Goofy limited editions for some.
Will you have 34?
34,000.
Would you like 36,000, Filippo?
30 to 60 is the estimate. This is, what is it? What is this, like 2,000? Let's watch. Who cares? I don't know.
Are you done at 34,000?
It's too busy. Too busy.
I'll Seated is leading at 34,000. If you're all done, I'm selling. I'll Seated at 34,000 euro. Last chance.
We got some nice Pateks coming up here. Vintage.
Fair warning.
Very vintage.
Sold at 34,000. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Au 5-7-3. We move on to lot 265, Patek Philippe. Absolutely stunning and very rare. Chronograph wristwatch in yellow gold, pink dial, retailed by Haussmann & Co. with extract from the archives, reference 533. And we start with interest at 60,000. Any advance at 60,000 euros.
70 to 140.
60,000 now. Any advance at 60,000 euros. I can sell to my commission bidder 65,000 with Davide phone bidder at 65,000 and 70,000 back with 70,000 online.
Watches.
At 70,000 online. And advance at 70,000 and 75,000 back with me at 75,000. At 75,000 is with me on a commission bid. 80,000 online, Italy. At 80,000. Online against you all now at 80,000 euro. And advance at 80,000.
I think what we're seeing is a
advance at 80,000.
quality.
Italy online is leading at 80,000 euro now. Any advance at 80,000.
Price it's selling.
82,000.
Stuff is
You bid at 82,000.
People want
84.
You know, the board with the usual
Indonesia 84. We have to go by two.
board.
It's okay for you?
Daytonas.
Okay, take 85. 85, so we have to go by one on online. 85,000. Any advance online. Right Seated is leading at 85,000 euro. Any advance at 85,000. 86. Would you like 87?
This is a 1938 watch.
Italy online is leading at 86,000 euro now. Any advance at 86,000.
The Italians are bidding.
Any advance online at 86,000. Are you coming in Indonesia?
Indonesia.
If you are all done, I will sell at
Dial is
86,000 euro.
Like a pink dial. It's like
To
a
my Italian online bidder.
yellow gold pink dial.
Last chance. Fair warning. Sold 86,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
86,000. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Perpetual calendar is next.
Video, please.
This thing looks, I don't know, it's busted looking. 1942. Oh. The build-up, the build-up. Oh, they're all excited. The tomato cans. The tomato cans are going to start bidding this up. Let's go.
We move on to lot 266. Patek Philippe.
Let's go.
Fresh to the market.
Fresh. 400 to 800 is the estimate. 1,000.
Extremely rare.
Extreme.
And very well preserved. Perpetual calendar. Wristwatch in yellow gold with big Arabic applied numerals. Reference 1526. With box. certificate of origin, historic picture, additional glass, copy of the original invoice, and dossier. And we start
No machete
with a
chips.
lot of
No
interest
machete
at
chips on
350,000 with me on a commission bid. Any advance at 350,000 euro. I can sell to my commission bidder at 350,000 euro. 360,000 right seated and 370,000 back with me. 380,000 right seated and 390,000 back with me. 400,000 right seated and 410,000 back with me. At 410,000 is with me on a commission bid. 420,000 with Andrea von bidder and 440,000 back with me. At 440,000 is with me on a commission bid. Any advance? 450,000 now, right seated against you all. 460,000 new bidder with Davide on the phone. 460,000. 470,000 now with Andrea. Any advance, Davide? 480 new bidder, front seated at 480,000. Who's next? Davide von bidder, Andrea von bidder, right seated. Any advance?
I kind of like the looking ones better.
500,000 with Davide von bidder.
Okay, look at that.
Any advance at 500,000.
Get the shills clapping. Get the shills. They got the
right seated. Andrea, front seated. 510, of course, at 510,000. Thank you very much. Front seated.
Not
against you all now.
It's not his thing.
520 with Andrea.
No, I know you're making a joke, obviously. It's funny.
At 520 is with Andrea von bidder.
Let's see.
530 with Davide von bidder. Any advance at 530,000.
Yeah, but ooh, look at this. Might be disappointing. This might be
540,000 front seated now.
They might end up just selling kind of in the mid range.
540,000 now, front seated.
Which is still, you know, maybe it goes for 600.
550.
I don't think.
Would you like 560?
Do you think it'll make? Do you think
550 is with David on the phone?
Do you guys think it'll break 600,000?
At 550,000. 560. Thank you very much. At 560,000, right seated, ahead of you, Andrea, ahead of you, Davide, and ahead of you, front seated.
The momentum has slowed down.
Any advance at 560,000.
I mean, they're pushing this hard, but
right seated now is leading against you all. At 560,000.
A really good looking wall. I mean, historically, sure, it's important, but you know, I don't know. It's a little hokey to me.
Any advance, Davide? Any advance, Andrea?
Davide.
Any advance, front seated?
Allora.
580,000 with Davide on the phone.
Andiamo, Davide.
An applause.
Well, look, this is too much. This is too much. Come on. Trying to get, look at this.
At 580,000.
They're making the monkeys clap. They're making the seals clap to get the 600. Look at this. That's.
If you would like another applause, please bid.
This is like
600,000.
This guy's like Archie with a super. Oh no, he's not Archie. He's like a Nick.
Benefit from a big applause.
You know, really.
At 580,000.
Really.
Would you like 600,000 front seated? Would you like 600,000 right seated?
The window lickers, the crate.
590 at 590,000.
Tomato cans.
Right seated.
It's like the super chats, right? They get all crazy with the super chat, right? They get a special announcement.
600,000. Yeah. At 600,000. 610,000. Yeah.
Yeah. USA.
At 610,000, right seated.
No, listen, it's actually good. I mean, you got to get people pumped up. It's all psychological, right? You got to get, people in a good. You got to put people in a good mood so that they, makes it easier to write a big check.
Are you all done at 610,000?
I don't know though. It's
those who want to hear another applause. If you are all done, front seated.
Yeah.
David and Andrea.
No man, it's a lot of money.
You all done at 610,000. I'm selling them
Yes.
If you are all done front seated,
Is that a threat?
610,000.
He's gonna sell it.
Right seated, last chance.
Yeah.
Fair warning.
There we go.
Sold at 610,000.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, right seated.
Grazie mille. Right seated.
Paddle number, please.
This guy's running out before he gives a paddle.
Okay, we know. Give a paddle.
He's running out.
Give me the number paddle.
That's what. You went to the bathroom.
202. 202. 202. Thank you very much. We move on to lot 267. Rolex, iconic and glamorous.
Glamour.
Daytona automatic chronograph
Oh,
wristwatch in steel,
Glamorous.
black dial, and cream registers with box. And we start with interest at 13,000 euro. Any advance at 13,000. At 13,000 euro is with me against you all.
It's a bargain, right? Compared
14,
to the
15.
$700,000 watch. This is going to be a bargain.
16 online now. 16 online. Would you like 17?
2,000 estimate for this 19.
At 16,000 online. Any advance at 16,000 euro.
Papers?
Online, Spain
Just
is
box.
leading at 16,000 euro.
Box only. Who cares?
Any advance at 16,000.
Box is worthless.
At 16,000 now. Any advance at 16,000. If you're all done, I will sell
It's
at
kind of a waste to
16,000
have
euro
these Daytonas.
to my Spain online bidder.
I mean, these basic
Last chance.
Daytonas, Submariners. I mean, come on. What's
Fair warning.
I don't like having these kind of basic watches, but you know, hey, somebody may like.
Sold at 16,000. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spain.
Okay, done. Okay, next up is
We
interesting.
move on to lot.
Breguet
Move on to lot number 268.
is a 2010
Breguet.
modern Breguet.
Precious and stylish.
Precious.
Classic tourbillon wristwatch in white gold. Two-tone guilloche dial with box and papers.
And glamour.
And we start bidding here at 30,000 euro.
35
Any advance at 30,000.
is the estimate.
At 30,000 is with me against you all. Any advance at 30,000.
Uh-oh.
At 30,000
think they're in
is with me on a commission bid and is against you all at 30,000 euro.
I think they're in trouble.
Any advance at 30,000.
No interest.
A 30.000 euro su ordine d'acquisto. A 30.000 euro su ordine. Any advance at 30,000.
Uh-oh.
Are you all done at 30,000?
Pass this bitch up.
If you're all done, 32,000 online and 33,000 back with me
Ah, look at this.
at 33,000 euro. Any advance at 33,000. At 33,000 is with me against you all. Any advance at 33,000. Vous allez sur combien sur le live? Par 1000 ou par 2000? Par 1000. At 33,000 euro. Any advance at 33,000 euro. Any advance online at 33,000. Are you coming in? Looking for 34,000 euro. If you are all done, I will sell
Pass.
to my commission bidder at 33,000 euro. Last chance.
Oh, the desperation here.
Fair warning.
Man, they're doing a lot of. I gotta say, they're doing a lot of work for this.
Sold at 33,000.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
It was okay. Look at this. It was actually a legitimate bid.
We move on to lot
Wow,
269.
they were really working.
Audemars
on
Piguet.
that one.
Highly rare and iconic Royal Oak Jumbo automatic wristwatch in yellow gold, black petite tapisserie and diamond set dial with service.
Jumbo. 1979.
And we start with a lot of interest at 50 and 55,000 euro.
50
Any
to
advance at 55,000 euro. At 55,000
100,
is with me against you all at 55,000.
probably 75 grand.
Any advance at 55,000.
Looks like it's
I
been
can
powerful.
sell to my commission bidder at 55,000 euro. 60,000. At 60,000 without a fund bidder and 65,000 back with me on a commission bid.
75.
In advance at 65,000.
75 grand.
Are you all done at 65,000?
5 grand would be
Any advance at 65,000.
Like 90 something.
If you're all done,
with,
I will sell at 65,000 euro to my commission bidder. Last chance.
No, it's gonna go cheap.
How much? 67. 67,000 I'll seat it. Any advance at 67,000.
He's splitting the bids.
Any advance, Davide, at 67,000 euro. Are you all done at 67,000? If you're all done, I'm selling at 67,000 euro. I'll seat it. Last chance.
Not 75.
And fair warning. Sold at 67,000.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
It's actually a good deal. 80 grand. 80 grand.
Pas de number.
With diet.
233. We move on to lot number 270.
Okay.
ROLEX. Incredibly rare. And important.
And important.
Date. Automatic wristwatch in platinum.
Glamorous.
Diamond set dial and bezel. With Kanjar logo.
Jubilee.
And platinum Jubilee bracelet.
It's a Jubilee.
Reference 1804.
Date with a Jubilee.
And we will start
and it's all
with a lot of interest at 100,000 euro. Any advance at 100,000.
Very weird.
At 100,000 is with me. 105,000 and 115,000 back with me.
100 to 200 is
120,000. I'll seat it now. At 120,000, I'll seat it against you all. At 120,000. Any advance at 120,000 euro. I'll seat it is leading at 120,000.
It's 1974.
Are you all done at 120,000?
It's got
I will sell them
the clasp.
at 120,000.
Jubilee.
I'll seat it. Last chance.
Wow.
125,000 with Annabelle. Would you like 130? 130,000. 130,000. I'll seat it ahead of you, Annabelle. Any advance at 130,000.
No one wants APs anymore. Yeah, it's interesting. The AP thing is, kind of run out of steam. This
is done at 125,000.
These are all serious collectors here, right? So if
I will sell
I think
at 125,000. I'll sit it.
Well, I should say the Royal Oak thing has lost a lot of
130. Allora siete 130. 130,000. At 130,000. At 130,000. I don't know. I didn't see. I saw on the screen 130, 125. Sorry. 130,000. All done at 130,000. I'm selling them. I'll sit it at 130,000. Last chance. And fair warning. Sold at 130,000. Thank you very much. At 130,000. 825.
Wow. Weird watch. What a weird watch. It's a Jubilee bracelet with a tomato can clasp from the 70s.
We're moving to lot 271. Cartier. Very rare and attractive.
And glamorous.
Tank mini wristwatch in platinum with diamond set case.
And iconic.
And we're starting with interest at 20,000 euro. Any advance at 20,000. Is with me on a commission bid at 20,000 euro. 21,000 online.
It's a ladies'
22,000 back with me. 23,000 in the room. And 25,000 back with me.
It looks modern.
27,000 I'll see.
Very modern. It's got. It has
7,000. I'll see it against you all now.
It has the
advance at 27,000.
The point clasp.
I'll see it is leading at 27,000 euro.
On this weird, it's kind of like
the advance at 27,000.
Fabric strap, some sort of velvet, maybe it was. I mean, actually, very glamorous.
I'll see it is leading at 27,000. The advance online. The advance in the room. If you're all done, I will sell at 27,000 euro. I'll see it. Last chance. And 29,000. Would you like 31? 31,000. 31,000, I'll see it.
Yeah, Cartier is strong.
Would you like 33,000 online? I'll see it is leading at 31,000 euro. Any advance at 31,000? Are you coming in online? Any advance at 31,000? 33,000. Would you like 35,000? 35,000, I'll sit it at 35,000 euro now. And he advanced online at 35,000. Looking for 37,000 next bid.
Oh, the next slot is going to be
advance. Looking for 37,000 next bid. Are you coming in?
The next one, a Universal Genève with an Italian Air Force.
Are you all done online?
Of course. A lot of Italians in the audience. They're gonna.
If you're all done,
it's
I will sell.
Too.
I'll sit it at 35,000 euro. Last chance. Fair warning. Sold at 35,000. Thank you, I'll sit it, and thank you online. Au 153. Grazie mille.
A dial is with a double sign. Carelli.
Move on to lot 272.
This is going to be interesting.
Universal Genève. Historic important and rare split-second 16-minute register military chronograph wristwatch in steel made for the Italian Air Force with copy of military files and assignment cufflinks.
Wow.
Directly from descendant of the original owner.
25.
And we start at 20,000 euro.
25.
In advance at 20,000.
This is going to get
20,000 euro is with me against you all now.
Breitling is.
In advance at 20,000.
This is probably
21,000 online.
This is going to go crazy.
22,000 with Annabelle.
I'm sure it's going to go crazy.
At 22,000 with Annabelle. Any advance?
Because think about it.
At 25,000.
If Breitling is not going to bid crazy price,
are you in the telephone?
Because look, this is historically it's a military. It was
26,000.
Using the Air Force guy, flown.
27,000.
Modern looking. They can use this for a new design, like easy.
28,000 already, Andrea.
I would say
29,000.
This could go. Maybe they're going to try to have like some shills go to
30,000.
$5,000 or something.
Because him on the phone at 30,000.
But definitely it's going to go
31,000.
my estimate, which is
32,000 online.
Euro.
33,000 with Annabelle. 34,000 with Andrea.
All the Italians are bidding for this. John Goldberger, everybody.
35,000 with Annabelle.
Got everything you want.
36,000 with Andrea. 37,000 online. 38,000 with Andrea.
No, it's an important.
Andrea is leading at 39,000 online, Switzerland.
Historically important.
40,000 with Andrea.
Italian Air Force officer flown, comes with
40,000 with Andrea.
Double signed with an Italian retailer.
Any advance, Annabelle? Any advance, Cosimo?
So it's a very
41,000 online.
Oh wow, may not go.
42,000 with Andrea.
At least 60, I think. At least.
43,000 online. 44,000 Andrea.
Yeah. You got to see. Yeah, you got to see.
45,000 online.
Because think about it. I mean,
6,000 Andrea.
It's probably Breitling. Breitling is probably bidding it up because, yeah, again, this is going to make a great looking reissue.
You can increase the bets if you want, huh?
Oh, the betting.
46,000 is with Andrea.
Okay.
Andrea is leading at 46,000 euro now. Who's next? Annabelle, Filippo, Cosimo, online. Who's next? 47,000 online. Switzerland against you all now. 48,000 Andrea.
That's Breitling. That's Breitling.
You're coming in online.
Switzerland equals Breitling. I don't think
at 48,000.
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to try.
49,000. I'm looking at 49,000.
I'm looking.
If you are all done online, and if you are all done Cosimo, and if you are all done Annabelle, I will sell to Andrea von Bidder at 48,000 euro. 50,000 front seated a new bidder now.
There we go. There we go.
51,000.
Let's go.
2.000, 3,
60.
4, 5,
5.
6,
57.
7, 57, 60.000 euro, 60.000 euro, siete da
There we go.
60.000
60. Let me
euro.
tell you guys, 60. Ha!
61, a 61.
Okay, now we're getting
65?
70,000.
61 eri tu, pensavo un'altra voce. 65 eri tu, 65. A 65,000 front seated, a 65. 6.
600. 6.000.
7.
Oh, we go. There we go.
8.
There we go.
70.000 euro. 70.000 euro a il sito da
What did I tell you?
71.
75.
5.
Maybe 100.
5, 75.
Now that I think,
76.
I think we're going to hit 100. I think we're going to hit 100. There's a lot of momentum.
80.
Got a lot of momentum.
No?
It's a very Italian. I mean,
A
all the
76.
Italians are there. You know,
A 76 con Andrea.
this is like a very
A
Italian watch.
76.000 con Andrea.
Very 1950s. You know,
Che facciamo a 76.000 euro? Che facciamo a 76.000 euro? Forse arriva un'altra persona adesso ancora. A 76.000 euro. In advance a 76,000.
8.000.
I'm selling them.
I'm saying no, it's going to go for 80.
If you're all done,
Watch.
at 76,000 euro.
Watch.
With Andrea von Bieder.
Breitling is going to come in. Where's
Last chance.
Come on, Breitling. Dove Breitling?
And fair warning.
No, look at this. No, it's going to happen.
Sold at 76,000 euro.
Okay.
Thank you all.
I was off by
800.
1,000. Wow. Okay. Very bullish for Breitling.
273.
This is a
We
whack.
move on to lot 273 Rolex.
This is a dog with
Glamorous and striking.
Glamorous.
Day date.
Without the
Automatic wristwatch.
bracelet. What happened?
Never rose gold. Olive green dial with box, papers, and additional ever rose gold bracelet.
Oh no, there is a bracelet. Okay.
And we start with interest at
Put it on the strap.
25,000 euro.
Oh,
In advance at 25,000.
the guy wore it on the
At 25,000.
I don't get it.
26,000 and 28,000 back with me. At 28,000 euro.
I don't understand this at all.
In advance at
Why would they
28,000.
show it on the bracelet then?
At 28,000 is with me against you all at
It looks terrible.
28,000.
It looks terrible on the
A
strap.
28.000 euro su ordine d'acquisto. In advance at 28,000 euro. In advance online at 28,000.
How much is this right now in the second?
30,000 left seated at 30,000 euro.
42,000.
In advance at 30,000.
I mean,
Left seated is leading at 30,000 euro. In advance at 30,000.
at 30,000, this is
Are
basically
you all done at 30,000?
40,000 with fees.
Left seated is leading at 30,000. If you're all done, I'm 31,000.
Where are the window lifters?
32,000.
Where are the crayon eaters? There we go. Crayon eaters are bidding this up.
Would you like 33,000?
Window
33,000.
crayon eaters, tomato.
34,000.
Glamorous and iconic
Would you like 35,000?
and striking. Glamorous, striking, iconic, and very precious.
35,000.
And rare.
Would you like 36? 36,000.
What?
Are you all done at 36,000?
Who's
I'm selling them at 36,000 euro. Left seated. Last chance.
This is crazy. Yeah, this is one of these weird.
And fair warning.
You know, somebody.
Sold at 36,000. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
It's like
We'll
50
do some
grand.
price.
It's 50 grand. I mean, you can get the secondary market for.
We move on to lot
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Ooh, heavy hitter. Cartier.
274.
Heavy
Cartier.
hitter.
Extremely rare
All bets are off.
and important.
And important.
Helm-shaped wristwatch in platinum.
And glamorous.
Baguette diamond
Strike.
set our indexes.
This is actually
And platinum bracelet with boxed, published in Osvaldo Patrizi book with white carte bianco.
1951
We start
at the right date.
with a lot of interest at 210,000 euro on a commission bid.
250
Any
to
advance
500.
at 210,000 euro.
250 to
It's
500,000.
with me against you all at 220,000. 220,000 with Andrea,
these diamonds
phone bidder, and
legit
230,000
are
back with me.
floating. So it's like a double, it's like a halo.
I already have 240.
Really interesting watch.
250,000 right seated against you all now at 250,000 euro. Any advance at 250,000. Right seated is leading at 250,000 euro.
The one
Any
thing I
advance
don't
at
like is the Blazer has
250,000.
those like folded links. They look folded. They're not solid edges. If you look at the pictures,
Any advance, Andrea, at 250,000.
kind of like an old
Right seated is leading now
tomato can.
at 255.
But this has everything you want in a Cartier.
260.
If you got the money, Kino has the winning bid.
260,000 right seated.
That's right. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable.
265,000 UAE against you all now. Any advance at 265,000.
UAE. Is this a men's watch? Yeah.
270,000 right seated ahead of you online.
31 millimeter.
270,000. Who's next?
Yeah.
Online. Andrea von Bieder. Any advance at 270,000.
Oh, this is like a really no exaggeration. This watch
Are you
really
coming in online? Any advance, Andrea von Bieder?
iconic,
270,000.
glorious, iconic.
275,000. Thank you, UAE.
Got everything you want in that vintage rare Cartier.
You like 280? Still 6:15. You're done at 6:15 in the afternoon. At 275,000, UAE is leading ahead of you, right seated, and ahead of you, Andrea.
We got some really
Bieder.
stuff coming.
In advance at 275,000.
The last watch is going to be interesting. Platinum date.
In advance, Andrea.
Crazy.
At
Some people must think it's not legit.
275,000 euro.
Is it legit? We don't know.
Right seated. Any advance?
Kino, is Kino bidding?
If you're all done, I will sell. Are you all done? I will sell.
Kino, you bidding?
To my UAE online bidder at 275,000
Kino,
euro.
No, Kino.
Last chance, right seated.
All his money today. That's it. That's it. Come on, there's no more.
Fair warning. Sold at 275,000.
Okay.
Thank you, UAE, and thank you.
Halfway in the.
All.
Halfway, more or less. Not a super. They thought they might get crazy numbers.
We move on to
I thought,
275.
but no, it's 250 to 500,000. So basically 320 with fees, roughly 330 with fees, 350. I don't know, something like that. For what's happening with Cartier, seems like that's the market price. Nothing crazy, not anything outrageous.
Lot 275, Urban Jurgensen. Very elegant and rare. Reference to perpetual calendar, automatic wristwatch in yellow gold, silver guilloche dial from the personal collection of Renato Della Valle.
Oh,
and we start with a lot of interest at all the way at 25,000 euro. In advance at 25,000
is the estimate.
At 25,000, 26,000 online, and 28,000 back with me. 30,000 front seated and 33,000 back with me on a commission bid at 33,000. 35,000 back seated at 35,000 euro. In advance at 35,000. 36 and 37. Carlotta, 38,000 front seated at 38,000 euros.
I'm not crazy,
but in advance at 38,000. 40,000 back seated. At 40,000 back seated.
Okay.
41,000. Front seated is leading now. 43,000 Carlotta. Carlotta, she's leading at 43,000 now. Any advance at 43,000.
And Glamorious.
44,000. Front seated at 44,000.
And Iconic.
45.
And Rare.
Any advance at 45. Are you all done at 45? If you are all done at 45,000 euro, I will sell.
All right, let's move it along.
Carlotta von Bieder.
I had enough of this.
5,000 euro.
Let's go to the next one.
Last chance back-seated.
Okay. I'm curious to see what this goes for. The next one here.
Fair warning.
Actually, excuse me, not the next one. The not this AP.
45, on est à 45.
We got the AP coming up, which is like
45,000.
whatever.
45 and a half.
Modern AP.
At 45,000 euro with Carlotta von Bieder.
Kino, are you bidding?
Would you like?
Kino, if you're not bidding, sit down.
I'm selling them at 45,000 euro with Carlotta von Bieder. La chance. And fair warning. Sold at 45,000. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
I don't get it. Whatever. Maybe it's me. Okay, we got the APs. Modern AP. 80 to 160 estimate.
We move on to lot 276.
Oh, it's the double balance. Oh, the double balance.
Audemars Piguet. In
Steel.
nice condition.
Steel.
Highly innovative and attractive.
And glamour.
Royal oak. Double balance.
And icon.
Automatic wristwatch in steel. Skeletonized dial with box and papers.
And stickers.
And we're starting with the commission bid
Stickers.
at 60,000 euro. And you advance at 60,000. 65,000.
In advance.
And 70,000 back with me at 70,000 euro.
Doc, are
And you
you,
advance at 70,000. At 70,000 is with me on a commission bid.
Kino, are you
And you
bidding?
advance at 70,000. Are you all done? And you advance at 70,000. 75,000 left seated against you all now. At 75,000 euro. And you advance at 75,000. Left seated is leading at 75,000 euro. And you advance at 75,000.
Yeah, I think this is.
Are you all done at 75,000?
Yeah, move it along.
Combien? 76,000.
Wow. 1,000.
80,000. 80,000. 80,000 front seated. À 80 000, c'est contre vous.
Oh.
À 80,000 front seated. And you advance at 80,000.
The next watch is going to be interesting. We got an IWC that's like a Gerald Genta design. It's like a Royal Oak, full gold.
82, bien sûr. À 82 000 euros. 82,000. 85. Combien?
She would bid on this. Yacht Club 2.
85, c'est déjà là. En voulez-vous à 87? 90, 90,000. Back standing at 90,000.
That's Kino. Kino is
90,000. How much? 95,000. Front seated at 95,000 euro. And you advance at 95,000. Front seated is leading at 95,000 euro now. And you advance at 95,000.
Man,
Are you all done at 95,000?
we're working hard to sell this. I mean, this is like
C'est bien vu, backstanding at 95,000. I'm selling them at 95,000 euro. Front seated, last chance. Fair warning, sold at 95,000. Thank you all.
There we go.
Thank you very much. 213 au 213.
Okay, this is an interesting watch. What do you guys think this will go for? It might go cheap. It might go very
We
cheap.
move on to lot 277.
IWC. I mean,
IWC.
historically, it's an important watch.
Very rare
Very, it is.
and attractive.
And attractive.
Yacht Club 2.
And glamour.
Automatic wristwatch in yellow gold. Diamond set bezel with extract from the archives and service. And we start with interest at 8,000 euro.
Oh.
And you advance at 8,000.
Let's go.
At 8,000 now. 9, 10,000. At 10, 11,000. Front seated at 11,000.
This should sell.
And you advance at 11,000. Front seated is leading at 11,000 euro.
Should sell. I mean,
And you
really,
advance at 11,000.
this is like a
Are
25.
you all done at 11,000 euro?
Might only go cheap.
If you're all done, I will sell.
Wow.
Front seated at 11,000 euro.
15 grand.
Last chance.
Bargain. That's a
And
bargain.
fair warning,
Yeah, he's going to sell it.
sold at 11,000. Thank you very much. Grazie mille. 154.
Yeah. Kino.
Video, please.
That was a steal. That was a steal. Okay, now here comes. Oh, video. Video. Which choice are you using? Platinum agents. Some people are saying it's a fugazi. Who fixed the song for this one? I mean, it's a strange choice of song. Beautiful watch. Well, actually, look at that. The platinum, the red, that red date wheel, baguettes. I feel like some cheap editing. Certico Elino. Yeah, and how do you pronounce that para español? Yeah, yes, it's double sun. Venezuelan
Final lot,
retailer.
number 2,
500 to 1 million. 500 to 1 million estimate. And the buckle is also
Rolex.
Allegedly
Fresh to the market.
Fresco.
Possibly unique configuration and in outstanding conditions. Datejust. Ovettone. Automatic wristwatch in platinum. Retailed by Serpico Ilaino. Reference 6304. And we start with a lot of interest at 500,000 on a commission bid. Any advance at 500,000, 520,000, and 560,000 back with me.
Okay.
At 560,000 euro. Any advance at 560,000.
Okay.
At 560,000 is with me against you all now.
Yeah, the air gets
560,000 euro.
High altitude here.
Any advance at 560,000.
Are people wondering maybe it's not legit?
560.000 euro su ordine d'acquisto. Sorry?
Kino, are you bidding?
65? 565,000. I don't see where. 565,000.
Kino was in the
back seated against you all.
There you go.
Any advance at 565,000. Back seated is leading at 565,000 euro now.
Kino's made all that money. He's got money to pay for this.
Back seated is leading at 565,000 euros.
Interesting. Doesn't seem like there's
an advance at 565,000.
If this is legit, I would have assumed there would have been also crazy bidding. People are saying it's not. I don't know.
And the advance in the room at 565,000.
I should say they're not saying it's not legit, but they're
Are you all done at 565,000? If you're all done,
this guy's getting nervous.
I will sell at 565,000.
That's low. That's the low estimate.
Right back seated. Last chance.
500 to 1 million. It's going to sell for 560. That's kind of a
fair warning.
Selling it. That's it.
Sold at 565,000.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Interesting. Not
565,000 euros.
Possibly. And glamorous. I don't know.
Thank you all.
I'm not a Rolex expert.
Pas number, please. 13-19. Il est connu. 13-19.
Maybe legit, maybe not legit.
Grazie mille.
Maybe, but definitely iconic and glamorous. No, it's interesting, right? I mean, listen, the people in that room are all knowledgeable. This is like, this is not, it's not a bunch of tomato cans. No tomato cans. No. That's music. Okay. Take it away,